Let's see you catch it.
Okay, I can do that.
Don't try this at home. Kill the throttle. At the last second.
Oh, no.
What are you, scared?
A little bit. I couldn't sell this plane for $25, and there's nothing wrong with it. It retails for about 180 bucks, ready to fly, 2 batteries, about an hour total flight time, has flight stabilization, and it's actually a really nice plane. Now I get it, it's not for everyone. Most guys like to fly things that look like a P-51, but I decided if I can't sell this for $25, I'm just gonna keep it for myself and have some fun. It's no secret that being a YouTuber, sometimes you get things for free or a discount. I get it, I totally get it. But I also have to be able to keep moving things so that new things can come to the channel.
Well, and free product doesn't pay the bills.
No, absolutely not. No,
People forget that.
Children to feed. And $25 just wasn't cutting it. Let me know in the comments, is there something wrong with this plane? Why would nobody want this for $25? Let's fly.
Launch with confidence. Launch-fidence. Let's go. That was good.
Thanks.
Like it was nothing.
Listen, I've flown it a couple times. Now this is going to be a very interesting video because we can all rant and rave about our stuff that hasn't sold for what we think it's worth. All of us tend to think our stuff's worth at least 50% retail value.
We've seen guys light their stuff on fire instead of selling it for less than what
Yep. If we were at our old airfield, if someone tried to sell this plane for $25, they would literally set it on fire before they'd let it go for 25 bucks. I let it sit. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about is how my process of selling secondhand stuff, because I'm a YouTuber, I do have to keep fresh things coming to the channel fairly often. No one wants to see the same thing 100 times a year, so I give stuff away. I do. If it's a small ready-to-run car, a crawler from Banggood or something, a lot of those tend to go to local families in need.
Because anybody can drive them.
Yes, but when it comes to a plug-and-play, bind-and-fly, or even something like this, it's not necessarily meant to be in the hands of everyone. So, and I'm not saying I don't try to sell some of my crawlers online, but a lot of my things go to people for free. We don't really make a big deal out of it, it's just what we do. But I do need to sell occasionally some bigger clunky things that take up space. And so what I do is list them online and try mainly local. And I tend to start my prices, and I'm just talking about this to like you guys tell me how you sell your stuff too. I tend to start my prices around 30 to 40% off retail price, and then I throw it up on like Marketplace, or I don't really like eBay anymore. They've definitely nailed me way too many times. And so, you know, just try to get it fairly local. And what I tend to do, and it seems to work, is every few days I'll drop it 10, 15, maybe $5 until eventually the right person comes along and they're like, hey man, that is a great deal, I'm buying that. And it's a very honest experience. If I've crashed it, then okay, that's gonna start at like 50% off or more. This is if I am selling the thing. So this, Abby, are you telling me to do some crazy stunts or something?
No, I'm telling you to get to your point.
Well, this one I started, I don't know, probably at $100, and I just dropped the price. You said that. And they got down to $25, and no one would buy it. So
it took you 2 minutes to tell that story.
But that's how. But it took me 3 months to get to the point of, you know what? I'm not selling. So it's super frustrating to me, and I know other guys feel the same way. And there's nothing wrong with this. It's in absolutely perfect shape.
So do you sell your RC for what is that, 85% off retail value, or would you light it on fire, or would you crash it into the ground? Which would you choose?
Let
us know in the comments.
I've thought about taking a plane like this and just full throttle nosediving it into the ground and putting that on YouTube.
You'd make more money than selling it for $25.
And this might blow your minds, but I have, not intentionally, but I have crashed airplanes airplanes, like my EC 1500, because that's like a $500 or $600 airplane. Parachute tangled up in it and it crashed. So I listed it on Marketplace for like, I don't know, 130 bucks, just because the electronics were worth like 300, getting them new, and that thing sold for $100. Crashed, I mean demolished.
You can always sell things easier when they're crashed than if they're in perfect condition.
I don't understand it. I think people see it. Here's my theory. They see my listing of this airplane. It retails for $185. It's $25. And what would you think? What would you think looking at that listing? Well, there's something wrong with
Scam.
that. Right? Scam. Totally something wrong with that. No, just everyone didn't get the insanely good deal. Now, again, I know this plane, it's not really for everyone. People love the Radio Link. I think it's like an A560 or something.
This is a great park flyer, though.
Oh, I love this.
If you have a small space, this is great.
And now I view this airplane as my $25, $185 airplane. So this is like one of my favorite things in the world now, because what do we all say? If you've crashed it once or twice, or you know, you got it for a really good steal, it just becomes your daily flyer. So like this is my 2025 summer flyer now, just because it's my $25 airplane. Come on. And actually it's more like my $20 airplane, because again, no one bought it for $25. It's crazy. Okay, and it gets out of stabilized mode. You can do some loops and rolls and stunts. So it's one of these shoulder buttons. I'm going to hit one and just see. I think it's top left. Yep, there we go. Oh no, that one kills it. That one's I forgot it did. I forgot it does that. It has a throttle cut.
Hey, that was a good landing.
Radio Link really did a good job with this. Let's see if I can. There we go. Yeah. So it's fun to do. It's very, very smooth. It's stabilized mode, and then you know you can do some rolls with it.
And it disappears.
It does disappear. some more loops.
All right. You gotta back up if you're gonna do that.
We're back to stabilized mode. It's just a really nice, smooth, easy flyer. Stabilized mode, you know, it's equivalent to like those Gushing P51s and all those Warbirds. It flies really good in stabilized mode. Out of stabilized mode, it's a little wonky, but...
Let's see you catch it.
Okay, I can do that.
Don't try this at home. Kill the throttle. At the last second.
Oh, no.
Fail.
No. I want to do a right hand launch though, because I never do this.
Launch with confidence.
No, gotta launch left handed.
Now catch it.
I got it.
Coming in too fast, too high, too fast. Will he do it? Nope. All right.
Call that.
Fail.
Did you say too high, too fast?
And then you were too short. Hilarious. What are you, scared?
A little bit.
I should not have challenged Tim to this.
What's that side for?
About time.
Abby, now that there's a scuff on the wingtip, I can sell it as crashed and I'll get about $65 for it. You tell me, if you saw this on Marketplace, as is, ready to fly, 2 batteries, this for $25, what would you think? Would you drive from Timbuktu to buy it, or would you think that's a scam? And how do you sell your RCs? Because I tend to have a problem selling them when they're in good shape. This is probably the worst experience I've had over the last year. It just blows my mind, so I had to share it with you guys. But if you love this, it'll be linked in the description box below, where you can pay full price for it. And it's worth every penny, in my opinion. It's sold on Amazon. Radio Link is a great brand. They've been around for a while, and I thought this would just be a fun video to do because it's a fun airplane, and I'm going to leave it in the back of the car and fly the snot out of it this summer for $25. Win. Now listen, this or anything I fly on the channel, whether it's a little rubber kind of cool UFO shaped airplane or one of my big fast jets, I'm flying under the AMA, especially in the space that I fly in. That's the Academy of Model Aeronautics. I know the things that I know and have the confidence that I have in the hobby because I'm a member of the AMA. I can pick up the phone and call someone that speaks my language and can answer my questions I have about the hobby. And if they don't have a direct answer, they'll find one and get back with me very quickly. I love that. That's worth its weight in gold. It's actually worth 4 of these at the value of $25. But it's an entire year of insurance so that if you crash your plane into someone's car or the guy's up here mowing or something, they'll step in and do what they're supposed to do. So AMA will be linked in the description box below. I want to say a massive thanks to God for blessing us with the time to jump in front of the camera and share this fun little video with you guys, and a huge thanks to our Patreon supporters because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it without your insanely awesome support. If you want to see this plane in action, we actually have a couple more videos of it on our channel. We'll have one of those videos popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.